having a dream so you can't fall asleep because you're not asleep. But
it's like when someone thinks about you, your nose itches.
Yeah, kind of, or the kiss the fool type scenario. But the thing that I think is when you're sleeping, you're actually awake in another version of yourself,
right?
As in the ultimate, or not ultimate, but the infinite universe theory, where every version of you exists. Anytime you think yes or no, anytime you think up or down, and you choose one, you then create a paradoxical world where you are doing that one.
Right.
And it's kind of like, when you're driving. I can't remember what that's called. There's actually a legit term for it. When you're driving by a bridge or pre-bridge and there's no barrier, and you're like, just that split second, you won't do it, you never will do it, but you're like driving off the bridge. You have the thought, driving into the water, driving off the bridge, getting some air. Any of these random thoughts that could potentially end your life, you don't do. But another version of yourself does this.
Right.
And that's kind of the aspect of kind of how I dream, is not only of the infinite worlds, but infinite worlds with different physics. So I have a lot of dreams where I'm flying. I have a lot of dreams where I do have abilities of Superman. I have a lot of dreams where I don't have abilities of Superman. And they're just slightly different things. Where my kids exist, my wife exists, but I don't live here. I don't have this, like stuff like that, so some basic shit, anything like that. But then a lot of, dreams, go off of, the last thought you have right before you fall asleep is another thing that psychologists think is, you fall asleep thinking that thought, now your dreams are that. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like just like ties into like a whole bunch of those other philosophical things of
I think it's fucked up when dreams fuck with your emotions.
Oh,
like when you wake up super paranoid or super pissed off or even super scared, like
when me and my wife first started dating, she woke up and was mad at me all day. And I'm like, what the fuck is your deal? She goes, you cheated on me in my dream last night. And I go, wasn't me. She goes, I know, but it just felt real. So now I'm mad at you. And I'm like, what the fuck? like
that shit can fuck with your mood.
But that's... dreams are your unconscious. It is not some whatever. If you break down a dream, you're basically becoming paralyzed, hallucinating vividly, and then forgetting it.
Sleep is one of the strongest drugs out there.
Fuck. It's almost like you're releasing a DMT every night.
Right.
And then there's the falling aspect, and...
If you hit the ground, you die.
Let me say the most basic dream, okay? To say the question again.
All right. So, which one was it? King.
Six of spades.
Six of spades. What is the strangest dream you've ever had?
Here's the lockdown of the strangest dream. Now, this dream is a shared dream, believe it or not. Lived on Rose Street in La Crosse, kind of tying down where we are from. And my sister in the room next to me, we both had the same dream. From our own perspectives, though. That was the most weird, tied-in spot, which is kind of a Carl Jung, Jung. I don't know if it's Young or Jung. But he's a psychologist, and he did like a lot of the unconscious theories. Anyways, research them if you want. But we both had a dream. Everything Everything. The universe was black. Nothing around us. We're both on a ladder. We both fall off the ladder. Different times. I see her fall off, then I fall off. You know, and I don't know if it's fall off or I jumped off, you know, whatever. But she doesn't see me grab back on. I see her grab back on. That's why I grab back on. I don't remember the whole deal of what it was. I was 14 at the time. So we're talking a while ago. But it's just one of those locked in memories. And I mean, I talked to her about it like a day later. And it was like I had that same dream. I was there. What do you got? What's happening? He's like all giddy over here, like, ooh, people,
little fucking girl. Yeah.
Shit's happening.
Medusa was raped. She was way hotter than the goddess of love.
Yeah,
she was jealous,
Aphrodite.
So
Aphrodite was
Medusa
jealous.
ugly.
Yeah, I know the mythology. I just didn't want to go too deep.
Oh well, we could go deep. That's what the tangent is.
Well, yeah, I know that, but you wanted to give me questions and shit, so I didn't want to.
Questions. I just had the chat thing pop up because I haven't been looking at the tangent. Holy shit! Wow. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. What's the wow? Dude,
that's none of your business.
What? Oh. It's probably a magic image.
Yeah.
Magic 8-ball happening.
We're gonna go on to the next card.
Yeah. She was raped. Aphrodite was jealous by the raper, and because she was prettier. I mean, it's kind of the Persephone, the other mythology.
Right.
That's the Persephone thing too. But she was turned into a spider, I believe.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah. Thank you. I did know that. I just didn't want to go crazy on it. But yeah. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. The what is that called?
The Olympics?
No. I'm gonna Google it real quick. I'm gonna say it wrong. It is. Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna flip the next card while you're
Ace of Cookies.
goggling it.
Right?
Yeah, it was the Ace of Shovels. Ace of Shovels, guys. And I'm going to wait for this question. It's a really good fucking question. Oh, that opera house.
Yeah, I was trying to think of its name. I guess it's just Opera House. I thought there was something fancier. Never mind. Just looks cool. I don't know. If you have Google Earth, like the actual app for your computer or whatever, you can see a lot of that stuff in 3D. It's the Sydney Opera House.
It's
pretty cool.
House.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Are you ready for your next...
It was founded in 1973. Construction started in 1959, March 2nd. So prior to the birth of my mother.
Oh, well.
Just prior.
This next wild card is a really good fucking question, and I can't wait to hear your answer for it.
Pryor.
Richard Pryor?
That's who I'm thinking of. Thank you.
Pryor.
I was waiting for someone to grab it. I was talking about Richard Pryor to my mom earlier, and Gene Wilder.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about we were talking about comedian duos, and we were talking about Kevin Hart and The Rock, and Will Ferrell and whatever the fuck the other guy's name is. Mm-hmm. Talladega Nights. That guy. Yeah. And so we went all the way back. Go ahead.
Gene Wilder's whole death thing, when he died, is all circulating Facebook again like it happened yesterday.
Really?
Yes. I'm not kidding.
That's crazy. I was talking about him then.
Yeah, because it's my Facebook was oh, Gene Wilder died. I'm he died 3 years ago.
Is it an anniversary timeline?
No, it's actually someone going, oh no, I hope this isn't true and blah blah blah.
Oh, someone who didn't know?
Someone who didn't know that thought it happened now.
I'm guessing it was the hey, a memory from last year, and someone shared it as fresh, clicked on it, and then shared it, and now it's fresh, and someone who had no fucking clue. Someone who finally watched Blazing Saddles is all bummed out.
That's great. All right, you ready for this question?
I suppose.
All right. What's your first executive order as king of the world?
Shut the fuck up.
As first executive order as king, I tell you, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Then just walk back into your building.
I mean, in all honesty, it is the legit, obvious first thing you would say.
Right.
Oh, you want but if you get shut the fuck up. Yeah,
That's a really great answer. I knew it was going to be good.
it's deep.
And I mean, if you want to get like even
If you want to dig,
deeper, you
it's
could, as king of the world, he could be like, I want my first executive order is peace. My first executive order is food for everyone.
my first executive order is I'm in fucking charge. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
You're whiny. Well, you're out.
Right.
You know.
You will be taken care of. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Let's get in line. Okay. If you don't like it, see that dot? It's called Mars. Bye-bye.
My first executive order, not that anybody
Yeah.
asked.
Hey, Jester. If you were king of the world, what would your first order be?
My first order would be...
Lord B.
No, that would not be my first executive
Lord B,
order.
please take over. No, I'm just kidding. And that's how I became the leader.
No, my first order would take any murderers, pedophiles, rapists,
And launch them to the moon.
put them in this giant desert area and just blow them the fuck up. That would be my first executive order, signed, printed, and mailed, sealed.
It's pretty, it's proving your power.
Yeah.
It's saying, I ain't fucking around, guys.
Right, if you touch fucking kids, you're going to die. If
Oh,
you murder someone,
well,
you're
that's-
going to die.
If,
But that makes me the biggest murderer of all. That's mass genocide.
well,
Who am I to play
the
God
second
Tangent?
part doesn't count. I would say anyone who's ever touched anyone unsolicited
Without their willing.
of an age under anything I approve,
Mm-hmm.
which is under like 18, should be murdered by the murderers,
Yeah, there you go. And then murder them.
or just put them like what is that game called? No, sorry, Running Man. You know, just feel free to text. You know, I mean, you were bummed about the moment I did that. Let's throw that out there in the wavelength.
Okay.
Fucking Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, Melbourne, Australia.
I had a friend in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah?
Talked all the time.
Do you know anybody named Melbourne?
She got like a boyfriend, and we didn't talk. Like we weren't flirting or nothing, but you know
Right.
what people get.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
son bitches.
All right. Are you ready for the next card? Are we done with being the king of the world?
No, I ain't passing that shit off. But I mean, if we got more questions, let's spit out some answers.
All right. I got the four of clubs.
Fourth of them.
Four of them.
Fourth of clubs.
Fourth of clubs.
Clubs.
If you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ah, man, there's a couple,
Is there?
and they're so dumb.
Give me the couple.
They're legit, but they're dumb. I mean, there's a movie soundtrack. I'm not gonna say it, but it's legit, like all the way through. Okay, fuck you. It's Queen of the Damned.
Okay.
That's
a great
like
album.
that soundtrack
Right.
it's real music. It's not like a score or anything. It's not one song I like. I like
In
the
the
whole
movie,
album.
it was all done by Korn and Jonathan Davis.
Well, he wrote a lot of it, but they didn't.
In the soundtrack, they got other bands to do
Yes,
it.
yes.
But in the movie, it was just Jonathan Davis doing
Yeah.
those.
And I liked that he was in the movie too.
Yeah,
that,
that
was
was
pretty
great.
cool. But I jammed out to some tunes today, and it threw me back. And Green Day Dookie
Ooh.
is a classic that I love. Dookie.
Yeah, it's a good album.
Isn't that their second one? Their first one was 1039 Smooth Out Slappy Hours.
Okay.
I believe it was their first one. I
thought
think
it
Dookie was the second
self-titled.
one. It might have been the self-titled. Might have been the second one. There.
Okay.
I don't know.
I know
I
there
might
was a
have the
Green
order
Day
wrong. I
self-titled.
know there was Nimrod, and
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan
The
of
Butthole
the
Surfers.
American. Ooh.
Yeah.
Just the one song though.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. Album.
Yep.
I
Album-wise, for me, it would be Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Kate Bush. The whole story is also a solid jam.
Right. Head PE's New World Orphans is a solid one.
Yeah, but it's too new. You're gonna get sick
That's
of
not
it.
new.
Well,
Stampede is new.
oh, that's
New World
that's